going home to anyone later?
No.
Do you fancy coming in my deep end? You are in the splash zone.
Hello and welcome to Help I Sexted My Boss, the podcast where we help you navigate the challenges of modern life, answering your 21st century questions and finding solutions to those everyday dilemmas. Like, should I give my seat to a family so they can sit together on a plane? Yes. And is it okay to use the communal microwave to heat up my fishy lunch at work? No. And what should you do if you've accidentally sexted your boss? But we're not usual agony ants, are we, William Hanson, the UK's leading etiquette expert?
No, we're not Jordan North, radio presenter. I'm more sure and steady, you're more rough and ready. It's from Stephen Willis. Thank you very much. Should we toast?
Yes, let's do it.
Do you want to do the gin? I'll do the debonnaire. And let's toast the winners of last week's Diva Espana competition, which we met on our weekend release, Amy and Amelia. So not only do you get to come to Benidorm with us, you get the toast as well. So there we go.
Also,
an additional chance of victory.
Have you heard there may be a G&Diva in the Eastenders and Coronation Street writers' room?
Yes.
So
I think two G&Divas. I don't think they write for both. Because I'm fairly sure the other programme wouldn't like that.
Yeah, but two separate ones.
Yes.
Yeah, because somebody ordered a G&Diva on EastEnders.
They didn't order a G&Diva.
Sorry, somebody ordered a G&D on EastEnders.
Yes.
And somebody ordered one on Corrie as well, didn't they?
They ordered a gin and debonnaire, I think, on EastEnders and a debonnaire on Coronation Street in basically the same week.
What?
I know.
What is going... There's a G&Diva in the writers' room.
I think there is.
So if you are listening, said G&Diva, you can stay anonymous.
Yep.
Get in touch.
As long as in about 6 months' time someone asks for a potato peeler, we'll know it's you.
Then we'll know. But also, did you see on Park Life?
Park Life?
And for the Cortinas Festival, there was
what's Park Life?
There was a list of things you couldn't bring in, and lots of people tagged me in it. And
at
the end it said no potato peelers.
No.
Yeah. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah. So there's little. We're like.
I think they don't like our podcast.
We've got little G&Divas, like, in all walks of life.
Oh, they're everywhere.
But it said, no flares. It's not the 70s. No, that's a good one for me. No knives. No drugs. And right at the end of the list, it said no potato peelers.
You probably could do a lot of damage with a potato peeler, to be honest.
So...
We'll do then the weekend release.
G&Divas. Walk amongst us.
Yes. Well, let's toast Amy and Amelia, as I say, our Diva Espana with Amazon Music competition winners from last week. There'll be another chance to enter during this episode.
Cheers. They're like spies in the Cold War.
Well, let me tell you, a few come up to me. I mean, not a day goes by where someone doesn't come up to me and says something nice, normally.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And if it gets to about 6 o'clock and no one said anything, I say to Mikey, okay, just come up to me and pretend you're a fan.
Oh.
I don't. That's not true.
Remember, we're doing Diva Espana with Amazon Music on Sexted My Boss. As part of our 5th birthday celebrations, we're having a long weekend of sexted shenanigans. What?
Just can we please change that word?
We're having a long weekend of sexted shenanigans in Benidorm, and the best bit is, you must have heard by now, you can join in the fun. Me, William, and producer Ben, and you could be there.
Producer Benidorm.
Producer Benidorm.
He's a brand.
Yeah. We've got some... I I'll do that.
I think I'm having a bit of an epiphany with Benidorm.
Right.
In that I am really looking forward to learning a bit more Spanish. And I think Benidorm is the opportunity for me to learn some Spanish. Because my French is, conversational French. I mean, very limited conversations with a 6-year-old. But for my Spanish, I know nothing other than ole and hola.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah.
In Benidorm.
But I want to learn more.
Yeah.
Please, may I have the bill? Can we order a stretcher for my friend?
So, that's a good one. Most of the bars and restaurants are run by British people.
Yes, but they've obviously been out there a long time, so they've obviously, learnt another tongue.
Yeah, I bet some of them do speak Spanish. A lot of their children do, because they went to Spanish schools and stuff.
Oh.
So, yeah, they could help you, but you don't really need to learn that much Spanish.
Oh, okay.
Funnily enough, someone came up to me and Mairead in the street last week. They were 2 French people, and they asked us where Buckingham Palace were, but they couldn't speak a word of English. So Mairead decided to just like...
They asked Mairead where
Yeah.
Buckingham Palace is.
They just decided to wheel off all the GCSE French. She started speaking to me in French, and I said, "What have you just said to them?" She went, "Basically, I told them that I have a sister and we like to go to the cinemas at weekends." I was like, "Is that what you just said?" She was like, "Sure, that's all I know in French." So, I don't think they got to Buckingham Palace, but I think they knew her name was Mairead.
And that she's got a sister and she likes to go to the cinema.
At weekends.
Nice.
There you go.
Well, lovely. Well, hello to those tourists if you're listening. Yes, so don't forget, at some point in today's episode, you'll hear producer Benidorm's Big Bing Bong, and you'll have the Diva Espana code, and you can enter this week. Is this the penultimate week? Yeah, so you've only got this week and next week to enter. If you have entered previously, you can enter again. Times I've said that. You don't just have to enter once.
Plus, there's...
Oh, it's
Attention,
now!
G&Divas. Hi, guys. Your Diva Espana code to enter the prize draw is 31K3.
Oh, there we go. There's your Diva Espana code. If you want to enter the prize draw, just go to sextedmyboss.com and pop in your details.
Saxted.
Did I?
Did you say Saxted?
I don't know.
How long have we been doing this? Yeah, so the code is 31K3. That's 31K3. How do you enter again, William?
Sextedmyboss.com. The code will work from the 27th of June until the end of the day on the 2nd of July 2023. So if you're listening back to old episodes of Sexted in years to come, hello, but you're too late.
All the T's and C's are on the website too, and you can only enter if you're in the UK, so sorry to all our international G&Divas. I'm worried that people will be like listening back to these in 2 years' time.
Yeah, we've fallen out.
And you're probably like, I might have died in Benidorm or something. If you listen to us on Amazon Music, we've dropped an ad-free episode with another code on that feed. So just basically download the Amazon Music app. It takes 2 minutes, if that, and you can listen on there. And if you miss out this time, don't worry, there are more places on the plane to be won next week. Good luck!
Good luck.
Where were we? I'm all over the gaff today.
I know, with that, it doesn't come so soon in the episode normally. How has your week been?
Yeah, it was good, thank you.
What have you done?
So I had my barbecue at the weekend.
Yes.
None of you came to, thanks.
No, but you invited us, but you invited us quite last minute.
2 weeks notice.
Yeah, hello, we live in London.
Yeah,
okay,
so,
get it in 11 weeks early.
Oh, get lost. James and...
Chelsea.
I always want to call it, because I call her cheap now, don't I?
I know,
She's Cheap Holiday Expert on Instagram. And
exactly. So now she's just known as Cheap.
They came, and it was great. In fact, to be fair, we had half a Capital FM there.
Yes, I saw some of the clips that various people put on their stories. You put a few. Beer pong.
Yes.
It was at that point Mike and I turned to each other and went, thank God we were unavailable. It seemed very laddie.
Yeah, can I just...
All the lads, James Robinson, Jimmy Hill. You can't get a more laddie group if you tried.
The barbecue went well. We cooked way too much food. So
really?
I've been having leftover barbecue all this week.
That's not bad.
I'm having leftover chicken Caesar barbecue salad tonight.
Hang on. Chicken Caesar barbecue salad. You did chicken Caesar on the barbecue?
No, I did chicken and I'm making a salad.
Oh, I see.
Jesus.
Oh, I see. It's barbecue chicken Caesar salad.
Yeah, barbecue chicken Caesar salad.
Okay, that's the order.
But can I just say as well, anybody listening right now, don't do beer pong. It just all ends in tears. Started off fun and then...
Tear pong.
And they... can you just let me do a story without you interrupting me and trying to do a pun? No, I'm joking. No,
I'll just sit here.
No, I feel bad. It ended in tears, pretty much. And people get really aggressive. Mainly the lads. A C-bomb was dropped, and it wasn't a casual C-bomb. It was a C-bomb. So we had to take a little mini break. Everyone had to have a sit down. Then I poured some drinks, and then because it was 1-1, we had to play the final game at 11 o'clock at night. And I was finding ping pong balls bloody everywhere. It was like Sticky Vicky from Benidorm. Honestly, it's tidying up next. Even now, I'll go in and get a mug from bloody cupboard, and there's a ping pong ball in there. Yeah, you may speak.
Thank you. What are the rules of beer pong? Having never played it,
we've just got to get the ball into the cup, and if it lands in, you shot it. But other people play it differently.
Is there liquid in the cup?
Yeah. So if it lands in that cup, you down whatever's in that cup.
Can you not play it with like Evian?
No. You play it with beer or shots.
Vittel?
Some say it's got to go straight in. Some say you're allowed a bounce. Some say you can have an unlimited bounces. Towards the end, we were like, just because it was dragging on, just get it in.
Right.
But yeah, it's very stressful doing a barbecue.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's quite easy, isn't it?
Especially when you've got to clean the house and everything.
Oh dear.
Yeah. And it was.
But you posted a photograph of you with your cleaning trug.
Yes.
Yes.
Did my little big Saturday. Basically turned into Wendy.
There was pledge. Did you see my message? I saw the pledge in your
your shoes.
Yeah, in your cleaning trug.
But it was good. But it is quite stressful doing a barbecue. But I thanks.
Well, well done.
Thanks to everyone that came. All my friends from Capital FM that came. I thought Jamie and Amanda were going to show up at one point.
Well, they're Heart FM.
Yeah, it's the same company, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, but okay. So, I love it. Can I just say, I love Amanda Holden.
So, Jake...
I know. Tracksuit Jake. It was nice to see him not in a tracksuit at yours, actually.
So, Jake, who was there... I know Jake and Sean. Sean works on Capital. Jake works on Heart. We met... anyway... They've always got you on as a guest. Jake absolutely loves you.
I love Jake.
And what he said... You said something to him like...
Well,
you said to him, Jake, first of all, he says, it's amazing that you come in and every time you remember everyone's name. You said to him, and I quote, Jake, have you been promoted? And he went, yeah, I have, as it goes. Why? He went, well, you're not wearing a tracksuit. So I gathered.
Because every time I normally go in, he was there controlling the desk and he was wearing a tracksuit. And then when I went in last time for the coronation, I went, oh, Jake, you've been promoted. Because he was wearing normal clothes. And that's how I knew.
Also, this weekend, I went to see my favourite band, Arctic Monkeys.
Oh.
On Friday.
I bet you look good on the dance floor.
Oh, get you! Ben.
Is that Arctic Monkeys? That was a real guess.
That was fair play. They were, honestly, I've fallen in love with him again.
Oh, really?
Been a bit iffy about the latest albums, but they're just... He is the coolest man on the planet.
Is this Alex Turner?
I am shocked.
Done it again?
He's the coolest man on the planet. And do you know why I'll be
writing a column for Kerrang next.
I don't think Kerrang's still a thing.
Oh, is it not?
No.
Oh, I'll bring it back.
Okay. But he's the coolest man on the planet.
Oh, okay.
And I've decided it's because he's got an air of mystique about him. So I want to be a bit more...
He's got an air of mystique?
Yeah, I want to be a bit more mysterious.
Okay.
Start wearing black and chic clothes and that. He's great.
As opposed to shit clothes.
None taken. Also, I want to talk about the etiquette at urinals, because you don't use urinals.
No, disgusting.
So I was there and I was having a wee, and this bloke came in, and he was a bit posh. He looked quite like you. And this happens, right? And any lads that are listening, or anybody else that uses urinals, it's always going to happen. At the urinals, a little trump sometimes comes out, and you just ignore it, yeah? So this posh guy came in the middle of me and this other lad that was having a wee a bit further down, and he farted and he went, oh, ever so sorry about that, chaps. And like Ben, we burst out laughing, right? So I felt bad for laughing. If he'd have just farted and not said anything, we would have just ignored it. It's the fact that he went, oh, ever so sorry, chaps. And it's probably one of the funniest things I've ever heard. And then I felt bad for laughing. I went, and I was like...
And was this at the Arctic Monkeys?
Yeah, I went, oh, don't worry, pal, it happens to us all. So yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
One thing I do want to ask you.
Yes.
That was bugging me. In your phone, are your mum and dad in your phone as mother and father?
No.
Oh.
They're in Brian Hanson and Sarah Hanson.
That's really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I just think it just keeps them in their place.
So they're not... Because you never call your mum, do you?
I call her mummy.
Oh, God. But do you call your dad father?
Father.
But when you're talking, so say like you're downstairs and you want him to bring your charger down, would you shout, Father?
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't shout because I
Can you bring my charger down, or would you say, Dad?
Well, I'd just go and walk and ask him.
Would you refer to him as father?
I mean, I wouldn't ask him for my charger because he wouldn't bring me one because he wouldn't know what it was. But that's a technological thing.
Would you refer? I mean, to be fair, mine dad will need shout, but get your own.
Yeah, I'd say, Father, would you like a biscuit?
So you do call him father?
Yeah.
Mother, would you like a cup of tea?
Oh, yeah, mummy or mother.
Just always wanted to know that. Anyway.
Right, well, that's gripping.
So yeah, we always help with etiquette on this podcast. If you're at a urinal and you fart, just ignore it.
Good, that's very much Jordan's department, urinal etiquette.
How's your week been?
It's been amazing.
Yeah.
Already, I mean, at the time of recording, we've only had one day of the week. Yesterday, as you might have seen from my Instagram, I was at Garter Day.
So what is Garter Day?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Garter Day was the Order of the Garter, which is one of the highest orders of chivalry in this country. And there are only 24 Garter knights at one time, plus then companion royal knights like the Prince of Wales.
Sorry to interrupt. Is Tony Blair one now?
He is now, yes.
So.
I think last year or the year before he was made one.
Okay.
And it's often former prime ministers, that sort of thing. Baroness Amos, who was part of the UN, has been made one. Mary Peters, who was a former Olympian. So Sir Edmund Hillary, when he was alive, or I don't know if he's died yet, but the first person to climb Everest in Britain, he was made one.
Oh.
So it's people that have done significant
Did he die on Everest?
things. No, he's still alive, because then he was made a Garter Knight.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
so he's still alive. They are made Garter Knights. And every year at Windsor, it's the first week of Ascot. We had Ascot last week. On the Monday is Garter Day at Windsor Castle, where they all dress up in the regalia. And I thought, because you're being made a fellow, obviously, I needed something too. So I've had a word, and I'm on the list to be made a member of the Order of the Garter, because I think that just significantly tops yours.
Are you actually?
No.
Oh. How did you wangle an invite to that? Wangle?
Wangle.
Wangle.
I have a friend who lives at Windsor, and I had a bit of a word, and I got an invitation. I can't say any more.
Was you a +1 or?
No. I had a +1. I took Luxury Luke.
Why didn't you take Mikey?
It was his first day in his new job,
Oh.
so he couldn't come. So I just had a little chat with my friend.
I can't. And did you enjoy it?
It was amazing.
Better than Mary Poppins?
Well, no, don't be silly. I mean, if they'd strung up Queen Camilla and flown her across the roof of St George's Chapel, I might have reconsidered.
Did you see Queen Camilla?
Yes, they were all there. I saw the King, Queen Camilla, Prince and Princess of Wales, Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, Princess Royal, the Gloucesters.
So what did he do? Did he just...
There's a service. So we went to the service of prayer and dedication.
Oh, fair play to you.
So
you
they
would
come, and
love
it is
this.
like being in the television, because it's in St George's Chapel, which is where Harry and Meghan's wedding, Eugenie and Jack Brooksbanks, happened, and obviously the Duke of Edinburgh's funeral, and it's that location. And you are sitting there, and God Save the King plays, the fanfare starts, and it's like, wow, it's like I'm watching BBC One, but I'm here, and it's great.
Oh.
We had a lovely time. So thank you to my friend, can't say his name, secret, who invited me to Windsor. But also, hello to the G&Divas that came up to me at Windsor Castle.
Shut up. Yes. Shut up.
In fact, we due to traffic, we arrived 5 or 10 minutes late, and we were meant to go through the Henry VIII gate. Anyway, and they said, no, this is now closed. You have to go through the other one with all the tourists that were outside. And I wasn't best pleased about that, and was making the appropriate noises to Luke that, oh, God, we have to go through all the main thing. And as we arrived, hello to the G&Diva, who went middle gate, and we went through the fast
How do you know they were G&Diva?
Because they said. They went, hello, I love your podcast.
Did they shout Wendy?
They didn't shout Wendy.
Oh.
I was tempted to shout it in the chapel, but I felt I may never be invited back to Garter Day.
I would have loved you forever if you shouted to the king. Wendy, what did you do if you turned around and went, can I borrow your potato peeler? It blows my mind that you've seen G&Divas at Windsor Castle.
Yes. Well, we used to have, there was someone that was a footman at Buckingham Palace years ago. In fact, in our early days, before we were popular, that used to listen.
Just blows my mind, because remember when we first started this, it was just literally our friends and family that listened to it, and Ben.
Yeah.
And now we've got G&Divas.
Well, he had to listen to it. He was the producer.
We've also got G&Divas in such, like I said before, in all walks of life, on the writer's room of Coronation Street, Eastenders. One got you evacuated from that country.
Yes.
Give you a tip
I mean, I
off.
wasn't evacuated. Not a child going off to war.
I don't know where the joke slide with that one, but anyway, let's move on.
But yes, anyway, I had a lovely day. Luke and I had a very nice time. I was very grateful to be there.
Why did you tell Luke and not me?
Oh, because it's in like the afternoon. And don't you have a job?
Yeah, true.
And I'm not convinced your work would have loved it if you went, I'm off for Garter Day.
Don't you have a job?
No. Freelance, babe. You can take it off whenever I like. In other news, how many umbrellas do you own?
Funnily enough, you ask. 2.
2. You're a 2. Gosh, you're doing well. So, do you know, like, we were just there were a couple of minutes that we were just filling with conversation before you arrived today. And I was chatting with producer Ben and Adam, who is our engineer.
I was late again today. I'm so sorry.
And you were so late that we got on to how many umbrellas do you own chat. And producer Ben does not own an umbrella. Not a single umbrella. Adam, one. And that he and his girlfriend share.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know whether one of them stays at home when it's raining, the other one goes out. You have two. I have 6.
Up until about 2 months ago, I had none.
Oh, for
so
God's sake.
Also didn't own an umbrella. So I bought one from Boots because it was pissing it down one day.
Is it a big one or a small one?
Just a small one that fits in a bag. And then I found one recently that the old owners had left in my house. So technically it's not
Where
mine.
did you find that?
It was behind the dryer.
Okay. Bras and umbrellas left behind in your house. There's something for everyone.
Was there a bra left behind? Oh, yeah.
There's a whole feature on your radio show.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't left behind. They were posted there.
Oh, I see. Oh, fine. Okay. Yeah,
You have them all in a little umbrella stand as well.
We have an entire stand in the hallway.
Yeah, William's always like the entrance of a hotel. Just loads of little... Oh, I pinched one from a hotel.
Right.
And then left it in work and that got nicked again.
Naughty.
Have you ever stolen an umbrella?
No.
Oh, I do all the time.
Do you have a favourite umbrella out of the two?
No.
Because Adam asked me if I have a favourite umbrella, and I do.
Yeah, it's your Mary Poppins one.
Correct, yes. In fact, I have 2 Mary Poppins. I have one from film 1 and film 2, for those that want to know. Anyway, that's umbrella chat. Should we go into your jolly joke of the week?
Oh, is it my jolly joke of the week?
Yeah, because I did etiquettemology last week.
All right.
And we now need a jolly joke of the week.
Okay. I've got this sent in. This was from Brooke Miller.
Brooke Miller.
She sent me this on Instagram. 2 nuns were on the bicycles on their way to the church. And I'll tell you the punchline after the break. Okay, G&Divas, thanks for sticking with us. It's time for Jordan's Jolly Joke of the Week. This one from Brooke Miller.
Thank you, Brooke.
G&D.
Oh, I'm interrupting you again.
No, it's fine. Sorry. No,
you go on.
She's G&Divas. She sent me this on Instagram. 2 nuns were on their bicycles on the way to church. One says to the other, "Are you sure we're going the right way? I've never come this way before." The other nun replies, "It's probably the cobblestones."
Why do they have to be nuns?
Also, she sent this one. What do you call a nun on a bike?
I don't know.
A Virgin Mobile.
Sorry to any nuns listening.
Oh, yeah.
I've got loads of nuns that live near me and they're lovely.
I headbutted one on the tube.
I know
remember?
you did, yes.
It could have been the one that lives near you. I didn't do it on
there's not
purpose.
one that lives near me. There's a whole sisterhood. I don't know what you call it. Nunnery.
No, it's not called a nunnery.
It's called a nunnery.
No, it's a convent.
But I also think nunnery is acceptable.
Have you got a nunnery next to you?
Not next to me, but near me.
We should do a episode.
Get thee to a nunnery.
I love Sister Act as well. We went to see it last summer.
You did. Yeah, well, we did separately. Yeah. In fact, I was listening to it on the way in today, actually.
Of course you were.
This is from Anonymous. Hi, William and Jordan. I was listening to a recent episode when you brought up friendships, and it made me realise that I've never had a big friendship group. I'm in my mid-40s, which has a rogue apostrophe, married and have been for 20-plus years, and sometimes things can feel lonely. Sorry, I feel bad now. I've got a new management job, and I manage the old team I used to work with. My question is, as a manager, what are the rules on socialising with your team outside of work? We have similar interests, including the podcast, and I get on with them. But now I'm their manager, I'm wondering if socialising is a no-no. Many thanks, Anonymous.
This is a great question, because some managers will be like, no, absolutely not. Work's work, pleasure's pleasure. But then if you get on with them, I think you've just got to set boundaries, haven't you?
Yeah, I think it becomes problematic when there is let's call it an HR issue, or one of your employees or reports, as they're now called, does something wrong, and then of course you've created friendly barriers, and maybe they expect a different treatment because you're their friend, and actually you have to look at them as a boss or as a manager. So it can be problematic. But I think the world of work is changing, and I think you can be friendly and go out for drinks and socialise. But I think there is a line.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't suggest crossing it.
I think
it's one of the reasons we've stopped seeing Ben.
I think, I was just going to say, I am, as the leader of this podcast, I still
Carry on.
socialise with you and Ben and Stuart and everyone else outside the podcast.
Yeah.
Don't I? So I think a manager's fine, is it?
I think, I mean, it depends on your line of work and how delineated it
It could
is.
be tricky, because then if you're spending more time with someone outside of work, other colleagues might get jealous. And
I think if I was a manager and I was inviting my team out, you have to sort of go, rather than going, I'm going to take person A out for drinks, you have to invite the entire team, because otherwise it can look like favouritism.
Yeah.
So I think, Anonymous, if you are going to do that, you have to extend it to your entire team, rather than going, Sophie and Sarah, we're going out for drinks, for example. It has got to be everyone. Not everyone may come, but at least if they're invited, it's less problematic.
Okay. Next one.
That's my advice. This is from another Anonymous, but they've put a kiss. Hello, William, Jordan, EPB and Diego. I could use your help with chatting someone up at my local swimming pool.
Oh.
I'm in the middle... Wait for Jordan's Speedo joke. I'm in the middle of a swimming challenge to raise money for my favourite charity, so I've been spending a lot of time at my local pool. This afternoon, I saw the most beautiful man. He was tall, dark and hairy. Just my type. We exchanged friendly smiles, and I was trying to pluck up the courage to chat with him.
Hairy.
Not my type. But I missed my chance. We just swam past each other for 30 minutes until he got out of the pool. How can I strike up a conversation in a swimming pool? Or is it best avoided in case he's not interested and I have to continue swimming in the pool for the rest of the month? Do you have any good swimming pool chat-up lines to help break the ice? Any guidance is appreciated. Yours faithfully, Anonymous.
Just, it takes a big step to do it. It's just small talk. Good swim today?
Yeah, but do you do that in the water or in the changing room?
Afterwards, if you see them, and if they strike up a conversation with you and you get the vibe, then go for it. Then maybe next time you see them, or even on the same chat, say, "Well, do you want to swap numbers?
Yeah.
Do you want to go for a coffee sometime? Do you want to go for a drink? Yeah,
You've got a lovely breaststroke.
Yes, that kind of thing. Yeah, your bulge looks great in your trunks.
I don't think that's appropriate. I also don't know with this. I don't know what the genders are here.
No, it doesn't matter.
Because obviously changing rooms, if you're separate genders, you probably will be in separate changing rooms. And so thus you have less chance to have conversation. But I think when you're swimming, I don't think swimming, even if you and I went swimming and we know each other, I don't want to have a chat with you as I swim.
Yeah, but afterwards when you're drying and stuff and outside, just say something like, good swim today? How was it? Oh, how was it today?
How was the chlorine for you?
Yeah. It was a bit cold today, weren't it? Oh, it's busy today, isn't it?
I can see that.
Yeah. Just something, you don't want to go with the cheesy chat-up lines.
No.
And then you'll get the vibe from them. If they chat you back, they might be friendly. But yeah, go for it. Let us know how you get on. Definitely strike up a conversation with them. I know it takes a lot of balls to do it and guts. But see how it goes.
And if you are seeing them regularly at the swimming baths, then I think you say something like, oh, hi, nice to see you. You can start the conversation like that. Rather than sort of going from 0 to chat-up line, you could at least just say, hi, how are you? Good week? That sort of thing. And then see what signals you get back. And if they're avoiding eye contact with you, then maybe,
What do they call the outdoor ones down here?
Hampstead.
No. The swimming pools, Lidos.
Lidos.
Yeah.
Do you not have Lidos in the north?
No, because in the north, they probably just, after a week, they'd just be full of shopping trolleys or something. I don't know. But no, they might do. They might have them up north. They might have, but we don't call them Lidos. Oh, I don't know. This might be another egg round pan situation, so I'm not even going there.
Let us know if there's any Lidos north of Birmingham.
There will be. In Burnley, in St James's Park, we had an outdoor paddling pool.
Yeah, but did you call it a Lido?
No, we just called it an outdoor paddling pool.
Right.
Yeah. And
do you want to role play if you bump into a dark, sexy, hairy man?
Oh, yes. Ben has just come up with the idea that we could role play this because Jordan, potentially, you could role play as tall, dark, and hairy.
Well, I'm not tall.
No. And thanks to laser hair, you're not that hairy.
Okay. Should we role
But you
play
be
this?
that character.
All right, then just get my trunk sort of bag a sec. Right. Okay. Should we role play?
Yeah, all right.
I'm in the changing room.
Oh. Good swim?
Yeah, not too bad. How about you?
Yeah, it was good today. Not too busy, actually.
No. Water was a bit cold.
Was it?
Yeah.
Not from where I'm standing. You up to much today?
Just gonna Got to go into work after this. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Have you got to go far?
Just a couple of stops on the train. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
You going home to anyone later?
No.
Do you fancy coming in my deep end? You are in the splash zone. Sorry, that's anonymous. That is not what to do. Okay.
There's just been a tweet that's been sent in that you might want to look at in the WhatsApp group for Jordan.
Oh, there's a tweet that's been sent in the WhatsApp group. Yes, Jenny Eclair, who you went to go and see the live show, and someone tweeted Jenny Eclair, Kate Yorkie tweeted to say, Jenny Eclair, the podcast live show got a mention on Sexted My Boss from Jordan North, who came to see the show last weekend. And Jenny Eclair has just replied saying, I shall def listen. I was told he was in. Judith's daughter was gobsmacked. Cheers. Well, there we go.
Honestly, I felt like Paul Dark in that thing. It's the youngest in there.
I wish you were, Aidan Turner.
I was the youngest in there. There's no.
Well,
they were great, by the way.
I know,
it's
said.
a fantastic podcast. It really is, and
right.
Yeah, you could learn a thing or two. Sorry, we could learn a thing or two.
Bet you Judith Holder turns up on time.
Oh, for God's sake! I knew you'd get that in. Don't, because you know I hate being late.
I know.
I hate being late, but I hate being late for you.
How about Ben?
Yeah, and him, but you mainly.
Okay, this is from Alice with a Y. Hi, Jordan. Hi,
Alice
William.
with a Y?
Yeah, Alice.
How would you spell it with a Y?
Like that, ALYS.
Oh.
With a Y and an S, actually. Sorry, I should have said.
I thought that was...
I had a girl at school that had that spelling. Hi, William and Jordan. Whilst I was at university, my housemates and I used to compete to find the weirdest porn videos and send them to each other.
Can I just stop you there? You gave me a flashback from my barbecue. Dan from Chicago, my friend,
Yeah.
brought Jack, his friend.
Oh, was he round?
Yeah, he was
Alright.
in London.
Chicago to Ipswich Dan?
Yeah,
Oh,
Essex Dan.
Essex Dan, that's
And
it.
I said to his friend, oh, how are you? I'm Jordan. He went, oh, I'm Jack. He went, we've met before. I went, oh, have we? He went, yeah, we met at uni. We made you watch Two Girls, One Cup and you were sick everywhere. And I was like, I completely forgot about that. And he's like, yeah, you were like... And he said, when everyone said you were faking it in the castle, I was saying to everyone, no, he was sick at uni as well. We made him watch Two Girls, One... And he was like, do you remember you were sick in that big bin? I was like, yeah. Anyway, carry on.
Which tells you everything you need to know.
Disgusting video.
I had just got a new MacBook Air and was setting it up at home when I received a cracking video via Messenger of some geriatrics. Honestly, these people were probably in their 80s and 90s doing sexual acts in bondage gear. Later that day, I went to one of the university libraries near me when I realised I would have to get my new laptop set up to the university internet system. I stopped and asked the librarian if she could help me. I handed her my laptop, and as she opened it, the screen of OAPs performing sexual acts was still up.
No.
Red face, she closed down the window and carried on. Meanwhile, I proceeded to explain that this is a common occurrence in my house and we send each other these sorts of videos. Because the library was silent, the entire ground floor heard me explain why I had granny porn on my laptop. Is there any way to recover from this? Best wishes, Alice.
No.
No,
No.
is the answer to
Why
that
would
question.
you send each other porn?
It's an odd thing. That was bound to happen, Alice. That is like sticking your finger in a plug. You know what's going to happen. It's going to happen at some point. It happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you've only got yourself to blame. Luckily, Alice, obviously university, it's probably 3 or 4 years if you go to Scotland. You're going to move and you're never going to have to see them again.
That poor librarian.
But maybe, can I suggest to 2 housemates and you, Alice, don't do that.
Yes. Stop sending each other porn.
Because it's weird on many levels.
Granny porn.
This last one is from Paul. Hi, William and Jordan. I don't know if I can trust my dad anymore. When I was 10, I had a Jack Russell called Flash. One day I came home from school and my dad sat me down to explain that we no longer had Flash. He went on to say that whilst he was mowing the lawn... Whilst he was mowing the lawn, a boy and his parents passed our house. Flash, being the friendly dog he was, jumped on the boy's knee and started playing with him. After chatting to the parents for a bit, he was told the boy had an incurable illness, and it was hard for him to find joy. Seeing the boy so happy playing with Flash, my dad told the family they could keep him as they needed him more than we did. My dad then said, "You got your bike, you can play and run with your mates. Things this boy couldn't. I agreed that Flash would bring more joy to the boy whilst wiping the tears from my face. Fast forward 20 years, and I was watching a TV programme with my parents when a dog came on the screen that looked like Flash. I said, "He looks like Flash." He's put E here. "I wonder how he got on with that boy." My dad started laughing and explained that there was no boy and that he had made up the entire story because they had had to put Flash to sleep. Both parents were in hysterics at this point, in disbelief I hadn't figured it out sooner. The thing is, it was such a touching story and my dad was so convincing. I now don't know if I can ever trust him again, knowing how good a liar he is. Should I just forgive him for trying to spare my feelings as a 10-year-old? From Paul.
Paul, something similar happened to me with our first dog, Claret.
Okay.
She was a Staffordshire Bull Terrier. She was beautiful. She was
Lovely.
lovely. And they get bad
Sounds
pets,
it.
it's not. But she kept... I'm going to put this. She kept, like, biting my brothers. So...
Your brother's what?
Like, just, like, snapping at them
Oh,
and
I
stuff.
see.
She had quite a bad temperament.
Did she snap at you?
Not that I can recall.
Okay.
And my mum told me that Claret had been taken to a big farm and that she was like running around on this big farm. I was about 14 when she told me this. And then I remember watching something on telly and they were like, "Oh yeah, when your mum and dad say she's been to a farm, they've not." So I think that my mum reassured me that she wasn't put down, but she was actually just given to another family in Burnley. And I remember...
I don't know what's worse.
I'll never trust you again.
Okay.
I think the fact that they laughed at you...
I mean, you know... You wait until they're on life support. I mean, you can have the last laugh.
I think you just need to learn to get over this. And remember, you did get a bike out of it.
Yeah. I mean, this is the sort of thing that you could talk to a therapist about, Paul.
I took my dog to the vet and he picked him up.
Is this a joke?
No. It was out. He picked him up. He had a look at him. He went, "I'm going to have to put him down." I went, "Why? He's only got an ear infection." He went, "No, he's really heavy."
I love the fact I know when you've started a joke.
Nothing worse than when you're telling jokes and someone goes, "Is this a joke?"
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul, I'm sorry about that. Your parents are... well, just don't trust anything they say, basically.
No, just go to... Maybe take them to therapy. Can you go to parental therapy? You can have couples therapy.
I mean, it's basically what everyone only talks about.
basically what
Yeah.
it is, isn't it?
But Paul, I would say, I don't know if you have children, but maybe if you are going to have children or you have godchildren, there will come a point in your life where suddenly you go, my parents were right.
Yeah.
And I suspect that might be coming.
When I do eventually go to therapy and they suggest the day I bring my mum and dad in,
I don't think you bring your parents
I think you
in.
can in some.
It's not show and tell.
I think we should film that
Right.
because, you know, like when you have interventions and stuff.
Yes.
And I just think
Maybe we do that on stage in Benidorm because I believe Wendy and Graham are coming.
they are coming. I could just imagine my mum in a therapist's office in London. Don't you turn your nose up at me, you snotty bitch. That kind of thing. 4 kids, single mum. You weren't single. Well, he was away all the time. Useless he were. It'd be great.
Yeah.
What's that off? Oh, it'd be like that. There's a great scene on Coronation Street where Peter texts Blanche and Deirdre and Ken to his AA meeting.
Okay.
Anybody watching now, just watch it on TikTok or YouTube, and it's hilarious. And Blanche basically has a go at all these alcoholics. It's so funny. Sorry if you're in. Anyway.
Sorry, Johnny Alcoholics. Anyway, right. What's happening on our Amazon Music exclusive priority boarding episode, Jordan?
I can tell you that we're talking about airport etiquette.
Oh.
For all the potential winners and for William to listen to especially.
What do you mean for William to listen to? I'm the etiquette coach.
Just
My
saying.
job.
You can download the Amazon Music app to listen ad-free and make sure you follow the show so you don't miss our Diva Espana episodes. We're doing special bonus episodes on there so you can listen on there.
Indeed. Now, always remember you can listen to us every Tuesday and Friday. You can watch us on YouTube on Sundays and share us on your socials all week.
You can send your tales of trepidation to help@sexandmyboss.com, or you can tweet us or send a message on Instagram @sexandmyboss. Or you can write to William, who promises a handwritten reply on his own letterhead paper. The address for that is on the website sextedmyboss.com.
See you on Friday.